Can you save your relationship alone without outside help? Is your relationship in trouble and you doubt if you can save your relationship alone, without any help? One sad fact about troubled relationships is that most couples who go through some really rough patches simply give up without trying to save the relationship. They usually have a few excuses up their sleeve, either because couples therapy is expensive or the effort is no longer worth it. What makes this sad is that giving up is actually the easy way out. If you really love someone and have made the effort to build a life with this person, no matter how short the time you have had together thus far, you just do not give up your love without a fight. Most of all, the excuse that couples therapy is expensive does not cut it. You can save your relationship alone without outside help. Save your relationship alone through self-help. Just because you cannot afford couples counseling, it does not mean that there are no other means available for you to get help in saving your troubled relationship. If you do not have the money or the time to give to a therapist, you can at least hit the shelves for self-help books. There are a lot of self-help books on saving a troubled relationship, so how would you find one that works? Here is a quick tip for you: ignore the letters after the author's name. Just because the author has a string of PhDs after his or her name, it does not mean that his or her advice is foolproof. More often than not, the advice that these authors have to give is purely theoretical. Instead, look for relationship self-help books by someone who has had first-hand experience in what he or she has written about. If the topic is personal to the author, you can be sure that the author really cares. Saving a troubled relationship requires changes. It is highly possible that you are trying to save your relationship alone without any help, even from your partner. Even so, you can still succeed in it despite the enormous odds. If you are mature enough to see the cracks in your relationship and to want to fix it, then you are mature enough to know that you have to make some changes and compromises to save your troubled relationship. If you are going to look for changes, do not look for it in your partner. Your partner will only resent you if you try to force him or her to change. Instead, you have to start with changing yourself. Do you have habits or modes of behavior that affect your partner negatively? Does your partner have expectations in you that you could not meet? If so, then you have to do something about it. This is going to be difficult for you, but it is going to be worth it in the end. Once your partner sees that you are making the effort to change, he or she will soon follow your lead and make some changes as well. It requires patience to save your relationship alone. Saving a troubled relationship successfully does not happen overnight. It can take weeks for any real movements in the relationship to happen. Even if things do not seem to be working for the better, you need to be patient, because saving a troubled relationship always takes time. Just be persistent and never give up. Soon enough, you will be able to turn things around for the better for both you and your partner. Never give up when you find yourself in a troubled relationship. Unless it has come to a point where you and your partner are already physically hurting each other, you can save your relationship alone. It just takes some patience and a bit of work.